So guys, today I thought we would talk about Latoya fashion because Latoya fashion is such a big part of your life. Actually,
course.
I only got to know you through fashion.
That's true.
So I thought we would talk a little about fashion.
Yeah.
And fashion as it is, it's a very wide, big word.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, today's topic is fashion. Do it, but do it fashionably. Okay, so Latoya, I will ask you,
Go ahead.
what is fashion and to you, and yeah, how did you become this amazing celebrity fashion stylist? And third
yes.
one, together, before I forget and lose my train of thought,
Go ahead.
is fashion and style the same thing?
Wonderful. So I think I'm going to be answering like one at a time. First of all, fashion is what is always being presented to you on the runways or the things you look up to or you look onto on social media and all that. Style is what you buy and you keep in your closet. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor, but whatever is in your closet, that is what we call style. Fashion is what you watch being put outside there. Could be Christian Dior, Fashion Week, Christian Louboutin, Louis Vuitton, Yves Saint Laurent. But all that, some people call it YSL.
Yeah.
It's okay. So listen to me. Fashion is what you watch outside there that is being presented to you. Let's just dissect it down to mitumba, which is second-hand clothes.
Or thrift.
Actually, thrift. When you go to a thrift, you cannot buy everything. There are a few pieces that you always choose to go home with that you feel that fits your body shape, skin tone, and maybe makes you pop. Now that is style. What you have in your closet is style. What you are looking at is fashion. So fashion is everything put together. And my journey in fashion started from when I was like around 12 years old. I started as a fashion model in Kenya. And later on, when I was like around 12, I came to Nairobi and my first catwalk was on Fashion High Tea. Nobody knew because I was slim and tall. Then after that, I saw the girls and they didn't know how to walk. All of the Kenyan models were walking like beauty pageants.
Yes.
And then I was just like, but this is not how it's supposed to be done. So I had like my background check and everything, and I came to realize in high fashion you start with your left leg instead of your right leg. So I started fixing them, and by the time they were still questioning me, when they checked and Google and do all those, they came to realize that I was right.
Wow.
And that is how Toy Models was created, fixing the problems of people intentionally and knowing that I know what I was doing. But apart from all that, I was working as a counseling psychologist in the HIV and AIDS world, whereby I was working in the government hospitals and non-governmental NGOs as a counseling psychologist and a peer educator. And then, boom, voila. After Kenya Fashion Awards, people started to get to notice me, and that is how I molded myself to become who I am. The question is, did I really intentionally tell the BBC people that I was a fashion icon? No. They came to realize that I broke boundaries by being the first person to bring people who are on the lowest part of the pyramid, people living with disability or differently abled, people from the LGBT community. I am the first person to introduce them into the mainstream fashion world. And with my advocacy for them to be included, it made me become a fashion icon.
That's amazing,
Thank
Latoya.
you.
You've done so well for yourself and the LGBT community, honestly. Maybe a bit too personal a question, if you will allow, if you do not want to answer it.
I allow you to ask me any question anything, however ugly or good or
Okay.
whichever.
So since we're saying limitless, the hashtag is limitless with Sonal or limitless with Latoya, and because we don't have the limits on this channel, we talk about real and raw. Has being transgender, a transgender woman, affected you in the fashion industry?
Well, I've had several people in the fashion industry who've asked me to dress as a man whenever I am going to work with them. I've had people who've told me to stop talking about my gender issues and myself being a transgender woman. And all these things have actually awakened the giant within me. And with that said, I came to realize that people are people and they're trying to protect their brands, but I had to mold who I was, believe in myself, be authentic, and then I came to realize that when I am myself, that is when I could be able to give my best me to the people. At the end of the day, I know I experienced hate, I experienced lack of love, but I want everybody to realize that the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. And when you lean towards love more often, you come to realize that the balance between them, which is indifferent, brings about what has led me to styling the amazing Simba, generally Sonal Maherali.
Latoya, why do you call me? So, guys, when she says Simba, you know my brand logo, and I am known as, my nickname is Simba Queen or Simba Maharani. Simba being the Kenyan Indian that I am, and Maharani, the Indian part of me, which means queen. So, Simba Queen. And I don't know why Latoya recently expresses herself and calls me very lovingly Simba generally. Why?
I do believe that. I don't even
I love
know.
it.
I know. I don't even know where that came from. It is because you are a general woman, and when we are talking about general, we are talking about authority that cometh with who a woman is. There
That
is
is
motherhood.
beautiful.
Thank you. There is the womanhood that you are juggling, which is yeah,
Sorry.
there is the generalhood of a mother. You are an impeccable mother. You are somebody who is an awesome human being, and you didn't even tell me that. Hey, Latoya, listen to me. I'm a good mother. It's because of being around you I came to realize, wow, she's really such an impeccable mother, and she's brilliant and all that. Then there is the busyness, Sonal Maherali, that is selling the shoes and amazing pieces.
But you see, recently I did take a back seat and I had to shut doors.
Yeah.
But it happens. But still, you see the general in me. The general meaning the authoritative figure in me. And for that, I am so humble and I'm so proud, really. And okay, that sums up why you think so highly of me. It really humbles me.
Well, you tamed the Simbas in
I was in Masai Mara, right?
She tamed the Simbas in Masai Mara. What can't make her the general? So
well,
that's why I named her General Maherali.
This is so good. But so guys, I was in the Masai Mara, which is an African savannah. I was on a PR trip with Fairmont and Africa Elite PR. So thank you, Lucia Musa. If you're watching this, thank you, Fairmont. I really had a wonderful trip. I saw a lot of our big five. I saw the rhino, which is almost extinct. It was really lucky. And by the time you guys are watching this video, I'm not sure whether my vlog will have been up or it's coming up, so do stay tuned either way. But Latoya, also on this trip, speaking of fashion, I had a very short notice, almost 4 to 5 hours notice, when I got a call and said, you know, there's a PR trip, it's unpaid, but are you coming? Would you like to come? And I thought about it and I said, you know what, yes, and it's the best thing I did for myself, because just being out there in the raw, in the wild, in nature is so, there's something it does to your soul. It awakens that lioness Simba within me, and I see the world in a different light. But I digress, I apologize. But fashion in the wild, what are your thoughts? You guys, here is my Instagram handle. It is right here or up here,
It should be
wherever it
either
is,
here or
to see
here.
some of the looks that I actually put up in a 4-hour notice. I mean, do you think as a stylist, I made you proud? What did you think of my looks at the Mara?
To be honest,
Safari looks.
to be
Fashion.
honest, I know like some of my comments are going to be run below.
No, but fashion in the wild, what do you
Yeah,
think?
no, fashionably, Sonal Maherali was fashionably correct. It's not because I'm sitting down with her, trust me, I am one of the most savage people.
Yeah,
Do you know how many friends have left me because of that? I tell people how it is, because I don't know how to mince well. After all, I come from Lower Karinami, Kibera, so I have nothing to lose, so I always say things the way they are. So Sonal paired her looks for the Mara visit impeccably. And whenever we are talking about impeccable, we are talking about, number one, do you have the knowledge of wherever you are going? Because after I've worked with you, it means that you've seen the things that I'm doing. Number one, did you put up a mood board? Number two, did you understand where you're putting on a mood board? Number three, do you have the knowledge of where you are going? And then number four, are you able to kill it? Because other people who are with you have been in the fashion industry, and trust me, they're checking up on you. But this girl wore her boot, got LeBron, went there, camouflaged as if she was Earth, and trust me, guess what she got? The lion and the lioness meeting, which happens like 50 times a day.
That's
You
true.
rarely get
That's
that.
true, actually.
So that tells you how well she was dressed. That the Simba could really get comfortable to mate in front of her. Wow!
Oh my god, honestly, that was the first sighting on the first morning, no, on the first day of the safari, and it was early morning, and yeah, we saw that. We were not meant to see it, but we saw it not once but twice, and then we excused them for their other rounds. Of course, you know, a lioness has to respect other lionesses' territories.
That's true.
So yeah, but it was really nice, and I put up these outfits in my mind thinking, because fashionably, what happens in the African savannah? It's hot, it's dusty, it's the wild. What colors suit best? And I'm glad. So please, I'm not going to talk about that much. You need to follow Latoya on Instagram, and for my looks, you can follow me on my official handle, which will be in the link below or over here, somewhere here. Okay, I think so. You really described fashion well. That fashion is what you see, and style is what is in your closet.
Fashion is what is everywhere all over the world, but style is what you create from fashion that makes you who you are. So that when people looks at you, when they would love to copy paste, then they would say, oh my goodness, Sonal wore this, then this is what is in fashion, or
That's
rather
beautiful.
in vogue.
Yes.
Then there is somebody who's called Latoya Johnston, who tries to make people who are rich wear things that they can afford, and poor people or middle class people wear the things that they can't afford, but still look as if they're in the same class. Remember, class has got different dimensions and dissections. Some of them come with glass, some of them come with class, like this.
Latoya is so funny. By the way, you know, today when you walked in Latoya, your green hair, I wish I had it for the Mara.
So, Sonal Maherali,
Yes.
you've always asked me what fashion is to me and what style is.
Yeah.
You personally, because you've traveled the world, you've seen it all, you've been in spaces that I wish I could have been in. What does fashion and style mean to you?
Good question, Latoya. First, I'd like to, before I answer the question, while in the Mara, the Cannes Film Festival was happening. So in the evening, I was actually retreating in this beautiful tent, looking at all the looks at Cannes at the Cannes Fashion Week.
Fair,
Yes, and it blew me away. But all that is, you know, it's couture.
Yeah.
It's not something. It's fashion. Yes, it's very high fashion, hence couture. It's not something I can transition or translate to my daily style. So, okay, that was a great experience over the
It is
weekend.
also avant-garde, just so you know. There is avant-garde, wearable avant-garde,
Yes.
couture, and everything that cometh
Yes.
with it.
So when
And the can happens in France, just so
yes,
you
of course, south of France.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was very blessed. I have been to Cannes and Monaco, and I was blessed to have been there. So I have seen the style there, the French. Oh my God, and their style. Okay, that brings me to answer your question.
Good.
For me, fashion is a trend. Fashion is something, again, like you said, but but fashion comes and goes. Every 3 months there's something different. It's fashionable, it's a trending thing. But not every trending thing is style. Style is a personal statement. So while fashion comes and goes, style is a personal, it's very personal to a person. It's a style statement. Style to me is something that is an extension of me. It is something that gives me confidence. It does not have to be on trend. It could be just a white shirt, and that is my style.
That's true.
That is what makes me. Although fashion can become this white big puffy sleeves, so many different extensions of fashionable things that come and go. Feathers, hems, this, that. Style is a personal choice. It's a personal. This is so tough.
I know. Just so you know, people.
Style is basically, style is a personal choice. It's a personal way of dressing up. It's an extension of you. And style, basically, yes, is eternal. Fashion is momentous.
Yes.
Style is eternal.
Boom.
And
that is what I wanted to say, that fashion is basically what you see. But style is eternity.
Yes.
Meaning, if you want to be immortal, then the best way for you to actualize that is through fashion. And let me tell you, people always look at fashion that, oh, I need to dress like this, look like this, wear this lipstick, eyebrows, this and this. But that is not it. You can also be in a position to use fashion to communicate, to rebel, to push for whatever your intentions are. Do not look at fashion and think of clothes and jewelry and handbags only. No, darling. We can use fashion for important issues like, what do we want to communicate? Where do we want it to be communicated? What are some of the things we would love people to learn and listen? When people were killing animals, we contested. And then nowadays, everybody is wearing fox fur, so animals are not being killed. When people were killing the LGBTQIA plus community, we had to use fashion to communicate this. When it came to a moment whereby women from Beijing who walked naked just for the human rights, then we had to do away with everything, and those women in Beijing had to walk. And this time around, there is something that is called generation equality, which is talking about how women need to be perceived, their rights need to be conceived, and purposefully and intentionally their work and who they are is being fought for. And I'm so glad that that is the conversation that was happening just a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And it gives us power.
So to conclude, would it be okay for me to say fashion fashion comes and goes?
Yes.
Fashion is life, but style is expression.
That is true. Actually, style is eternity.
It's expression, right?
Which is an expression.
Yes.
Do you want to see me? What do you think? We have the people like Sonal Maherali. We've got people like Latoya Johnston. We've got women like Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, Marilyn Monroe. All these women all put together, including Dr. Nina Simone and Maya Angelou.
Oh my God, yes.
So all these women put together, including Oprah Winfrey,
yes.
Nina Ogot, who wrote The River and the Source. Here in Kenya, fashion is what made them who they are. Remember, Angelique Kidjo from her song, Orio Rio Antari Terema, that song, she always expresses who she is. So, style is what we keep in our wardrobe.
Yes.
Fashion is what we look at outside there. So, Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Stay fashionable, Latoya, and you guys, as always, this is your place for everything fashion, style, real talk, limitlessness, adventure, lifestyle, and so much more. Yours truly, guys, signing out. Lots of love and
This
light.
is Lights Out. Yours truly, #bungalow.com.